welcome to another episode of Logic with Rexi. I am, of course, Rexi, the wonderful, the magnificent, the one and only. Today we will discuss classical and neoclassical economics, explained by our two guest speakers, Adam Smith, who will be representing classical economics, while Alfred Marshall will represent neoclassical economics.
Excuse me, but might I remind you, we all know neoclassical economics is better. Pardon your ignorance, sir, but if that is the case, then why am I the father of economics? Just because you were the first doesn't mean you were the best. Besides, my theories are still accepted, while yours are inaccurate and irrelevant. So ha!
Ahem. Well then, Adam, why don't you start us off by explaining classical economics and your contributions to it?
With pleasure. You'll soon see that my way is the best. Classical economics began in the late 18th century with me, Adam Smith, as well as David Ricardo and John Stuart Mill as the main contributors. In classical economics, we focused on several economic concepts. These include economic growth, economic freedom, free competition, free trade, and a lack of government intervention. We believe that the community as a whole benefits most when each individual follows their own self-interest. That is to say, when each individual does what will benefit them the most under the assumption that the decision is fully informed and the individual acts rationally. For example, consider the fact that the most profit is made off goods people want to buy. Since it is profitable to produce these are the goods people want to produce. It would be in the self-interest of an individual to produce these goods to increase his profits. In doing so, he produces goods that many people want, which benefits society. Now, let me talk about some of the main theories associated with classical economics. We sure have a lot to brag about, don't we, Alfred? What did you say, Adam? You were so boring I must have fallen asleep. Like that poor fellow over there. Hey, Sonny! Put down that fancy schmancy cell phone thing and pay attention! Now, where was I? I guess, the theories. First up we have my own theory, the invisible hand. Spooky. The theory of the invisible hand states that free markets regulate themselves through competition, supply and demand, and self-interest. Government intervention is not necessary and only results in disruption of the balance that would have otherwise been reached by the self-regulating free market. Next up, we have David Ricardo's labor theory of value, which states that the price of goods produced and sold must be proportional to the labor costs of production. That is to say, the value of an item should be derived from the cost paid to the laborers that produced it. Then we have Ricardo's theory of comparative advantage, which essentially states that all nations should specialize in what they are best at and import everything else. This is the best way to promote global efficiency. Lastly, we have my own theory of compensating wage differentials, which states that dangerous and undesirable jobs receive a higher equilibrium wage in order to attract more workers to the position. As you can see, classical economics has a lot to offer. After all, it was the dominant school of economic thought throughout the Great Depression. Yes, it evidently worked wonders for the economy back then. Remind me, Adam, how long did it take to get out of that mess with your so-called superior theories? Nigh on 10 years, was it not?
Alrighty then. Thank you, Adam, for that lovely insight into classical economics. And now, over to you, Alfred, for neoclassical economics. Take it away!
Well, it certainly won't be hard to impress after Adam's joke of an explanation. Let's see now. As opposed to classical economics, neoclassical economics operates under the assumption that consumers have a perceived value of a product, which affects their demand for the product. In neoclassical economics, this perceived value affects price and demand of the product, an influence which is outside of that for labor costs. Of course, the assumption that everyone makes fully informed, rational decisions, and that the consumer's main concern is personal satisfaction remains. But in neoclassical economics, we believe that competition leads to the efficient use of resources, and that investments are determined by savings. Neoclassical economics also revolves around utility, the individual's ability to maximize profit, supply, and demand, and is mainly concerned with market growth and equilibrium at full employment. Mathematical equations are also commonly used in neoclassical economics to study aspects of the economy. And now, for the most important part of my discussion today. Me. Here we go. Leave while you still can before we have to listen to the boastful stories of this pompous fool. In my time, I specialized in microeconomics. I dealt with things such as consumer surplus, the price elasticity of demand, and determining the price of output. Consumer surplus observes that price is generally the same per unit of commodity, but the consumer's value declines for each additional unit. Therefore, the consumer buys up to the point where marginal value equals price, and gets a deal on all previous items, since his value of them is greater than what he had to pay for them. Price elasticity of demand is determined by the buyer's sensitivity to price. Inelasticity is found in goods that are considered necessary. Price of output is determined by both supply and demand and trends towards the equilibrium point where these two curves intersect. These were all parts of my contributions to economics.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you both so much for coming out. And to you, students, as a reward for listening to the captivating and relevant stories from these gentlemen, please feel free to stick around for our bloopers.
Oh no, they'll all be of you, Adam. And why would that be? Because you're the one who made mistakes. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Just wait, old man. Who are you calling old? You're hardly one to talk. Don't get all curmudgeonly on me now, Grandpa. Ha! I am proud to say I bear no relation to your foolishness. Yet in all my foolishness, I'm still more relevant. So what does that make you, I wonder? At least people have actually heard of me. When was the last time your name was at the forefront of someone's mind when discussing economics? Well, You may wish to treat that burn with some ice, as I believe the saying goes. I know you are, but what am I? Well, right now I think of you as a whiny, incompetent fool. I can't even stick my tongue out at you because of this impractical beard. Who's the old man now? Get with the times, you old shoe. Can you believe this man? I must have fallen asleep. Like that poor fellow over there. Insomnia cured. Spooky. I'm a Dementor. Fear me, Harry Potter. I can't read this, it's upside down. How does Lord Jim relate to economics? I can't even stick my tongue out at you because of this impractical beard. Believe me, I tried. Ugh. Why am I so hairy? And now, for the most important part of today's discussion. Memes.